Last night, President Trump went on Sean Hannity's show, and it was not good. So, look, right now, New York is specifically asking for federal help to combat the current health crisis. Now, that help, in which Donald Trump is openly rejecting in this interview by saying, I don't believe you. Take a look.
I don't believe you need 40,000 or 30,000 ventilators. You know, you go into major hospitals sometimes, they'll have 2 ventilators. And now all of a sudden they're saying, can we order 30,000 ventilators? So
they don't need it. What? The ventilators? New York, you don't need a ventilator. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Are you saying that they're making it up? That hospitals and the government are making it up so they can get what? Extra ventilators that they don't need? What are they going to do with extra ventilators that they don't need? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, my God, moron, dangerous idiot. He's saying he doesn't believe the doctors, the people on the ground, right? And look, unfortunately, that is entirely consistent with Trump's worldview, which is I don't care about facts. I don't care about you. I don't care about your family. I only care about me, my money, my power. And that's why I'm not only going to not help you, but I'm also going to order large swaths of American citizens back to work very, very soon. Now, I know like Dr. Fauci, by the way, he's like, well, Trump's aspirational, right? Now, Dr. Fauci is walking a fine line because he's telling Trump, hey, look, you can't send people back to work so soon. You can't do that. It's going to be very dangerous. But on television, he's got to look good, right? For Trump. So he says, well, that's really aspirational. He really wants people to aspire to do so. And it would be wonderful for the economy, but I don't think it's necessarily a good idea. No kidding. But again, you got to understand this guy is surprisingly still works for Trump, but that's because people trust him and people actually trust him more than Trump, which is also probably not a good thing, right? So now, talking about going back to work, we have an additional video on this. Take a look.
Look, it's a very bad situation. We haven't seen anything like it. But the end result is we got to get back to work, and I think we can start by opening up certain parts of the country, you know, Farm Belt, certain parts of the Midwest, other places. But I think that, as an example, you go to Texas. There are places in Texas, great governor, Greg Abbott. There are places in Texas where, you know, it's a tremendously big state that aren't impacted by this. So I think we can open up sections, quadrants, and then just keep them going until the whole country is opened up. But we have to open up. The people want to get back to work. They want to get back.
You know, that's a really good way to go, you know, make the areas that haven't seen a whole lot of infections see a lot more. You know, when you open those places up. And by the way, a lot of places have never closed down. Let's be honest. There's a few states, yes, that have shelter-in-place orders, right? I live in one of them. California is another one of them. And so, you know, you've got places that are hotspots of infection, but there are places that, you know, that don't have it or that we haven't seen because there's not enough testing. And so that's the other problem with this. And so this is dangerous, right? And look, nonetheless, he's saying, no, we got to go back to work. People want to go back to work. Well, it's not that people want to go back to work. I mean, I'm sure some people are going stir crazy that are in self-isolation, but they also have bills to pay. And here's the thing, the sooner we do a national lockdown, which we should, right? The sooner we come out the other side. I mean, that's just a fact, right? And the one thing that Trump is refusing to do, well, among many of the things, for example, using the Defense Production Act, right, in order to order these corporations to go and manufacture needed ventilator parts. Right now, he's just asking, can you please do that? And they're like, no, let me look at my balance sheet. No, it's not going to be profitable enough. So no, we're not going to make ventilator parts. Sorry. I mean, I guess this is his way of saying, no, you don't need those ventilator parts anyway. He's going to get people killed. He's going to get people killed. I mean, what more of an indictment of a leader or a political party where short-term profit is put above human lives? And that's what this is, right? They think the economy, Republicans do. And by the way, they've always done this. They've always had that point of view, right? Where no, the economy is more important than humanity, right? But now there's no doubt the mask is off when they're openly saying we would rather send old people to go back to work, and old people are more than happy to go back to work and then possibly get sick and die. Oh, the mask is off. The mask is off. It's fallen on the floor, and they're doing a mariachi on it right now. Well, maybe not mariachi because too foreign for them. But anyway, the whole thing, I think they believe that the economy is a country, right? That's their worldview. No, the economy. Again, all these different, right wingers that are advocating for people to go back to work immediately are saying, well, we don't want to crash the country. We don't want to crash the country. We don't want to destroy America. They think America is synonymous with the stock market or synonymous with markets. I think that's the problem, right? In reality, the country and the country and the economy itself are the people. People are the country, right? But realize this, right? And I know I said that very clunkily, right? But look, the stock market, to give you an example of how divorced the markets are with regular people, the stock market went up. This is all while 3.3 million people had filed for unemployment last week. So that alone should tell you that the market is not representative of the economy. In fact, it's wholly divorced from jobs. And look, you know why the stocks are up? Because the $2 trillion stimulus bill just passed. All chock full of corporate goodies for Wall Street, big corporations. And so that's all Donald Trump and these people care about. It's gross. And by the way, it's not a problem for him if New Yorkers can't get the equipment that they need. They're a blue state anyway, right? They didn't vote for me. Why should I help them? And that's what it is. And so we have a leader who is not only incredibly incompetent, but he's also vindictive and very petty. And so, of course, he's going to prioritize states that vote for him over states that didn't. And so that's even worse, man. Trump is dangerously incompetent, but also just dangerous because he's a sociopath and he's willing to sacrifice you, your family, for his own personal financial gain. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.